Hello guys. This is a different video than I usually have. This is actually Fortnite related, so this is super different than usually what I do. But before I get into it, please just watch until the very end. You don't have to like or subscribe, just watch until the very end, please. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my theory for what's going to happen towards the end of the season and the beginning of next season of Fortnite. And I'm also going to be talking about the live event and a possible another event that's going to be mid-season. It's going to be secret. So there's a lot of rumors going around that maybe Galactus might actually destroy the Chapter 2 map and bring us back to the OG Fortnite map. I don't think it's true. I'll get into that into another video, but just right now, I don't think that's true. I think that he won't destroy the entire map, but he'll probably damage it greatly. So I believe the live event will end up being the Avengers characters or Marvel characters against Galactus, and there will be tons of destruction, and it'll be an amazing fight with amazing graphics, probably the best live event ever, but we'll see. So this is how I believe the live event will go off. So Galactus is going to fly in and destroy the helicarrier, and then he's going to fly between Salty Springs, Weeping Woods, Holly Hedges, and Sweaty Sands, like in the middle of those areas. He's going to leave a massive crater with tons of destruction. There's some houses around that area, but those are going to be totally destroyed. So all the Marvel characters are going to be freaking out, and they'll go over to Galactus to fight him. And since they're not that strong against Galactus, they're going to get their butts kicked really badly. So as they're getting beaten up, Tony is actually going to fly over to the Sentinel graveyard, and he's actually going to Tony Stark is going to wake up all the Sentinels, and the Sentinels are going to fight for him. So all the Sentinels are going to fly over to Galactus, and then the Sentinels are going to start fighting him, which is a more fair fight. And the Sentinels are going to do some damage. They're actually going to knock Galactus on his knees, pretty much. But then one by one, the Sentinels start falling, and then it's, you're like, oh no, we just had this big moment where maybe Galactus was going to lose, but now at this point it's looking like, no, the Galactus is going to win. However, as soon as the last Sentinel falls, out of where the authority area is in the center of the map, a mecha team leader, the silver version of the mecha team leader, is going to rise out of the ground, destroying everything that's around the authority, plus the island. So it's going to rise up, and then it's going to do Tony Stark's built-in emote, which is like tapping the reactor, the Iron Man reactor. And then the silver armor's going to disappear, and the nanotech armor, like Iron Man's regular colors, red and gold, are gonna flash over it. So then immediately the mecha team leader, well, the Iron Man version of the mecha team leader, starts fighting Galactus, doing a really good job, actually throwing Galactus all the way to Holly Hedges, which will destroy pretty much almost all of Holly Hedges. And then Galactus is going to get back up, and he's actually going to use a power beam that's located on his helmet, on the front part of his helmet, and it's going to knock Tony all the way back to Tony's barn area, which is going to destroy the barn area. However, the suit won't be destroyed because Tony's going to actually pull out a shield as soon as the beam hits him, so he's just going to end up actually just flying back and destroying the barn. So then Tony gets back up, and he uses his reactor beam and fires it at Galactus. Galactus falls back down again, and in that time when Galactus is down, Iron Man is going to fly over to where Galactus is knocked over. So Galactus is just about to get back up, and then Iron Man's going to knock him back to the ground again. And he's actually going to punch Galactus in the face, which is going to break half of Galactus's helmet, so you'll be able to see whatever, if he has some giant forehead or something. So Tony's actually going to grab a rocket propeller that's attached to the mecha team leader suit, and he's going to strap it onto Galactus. And then the mecha team leader, as Tony, is going to pick up Galactus and throw him into the sky, and then the rocket propeller will activate and send Galactus flying into space and away from the Fortnite map. During that fight, even though Iron Man did use a shield, the mecha team leader is going to be pretty destroyed because of some big hits. But otherwise, it's going to be pretty okay. So either Iron Man will end up actually flying away with the mecha team leader, just like in Season 9 of Fortnite, or he'll just let it kind of just crash to the ground and get out of it. So Thor thanks Tony and the rest of the Marvel characters, and Thor ends up flying away to go after Galactus and find him and help him get the other planets for the MCU comic. So, with the end of the live event afterwards, all the other Marvel characters get sent through the Bifrost back to where they were before. So, that was the live event, and now I'm going to talk about the cinematic trailer for Season 5. So, the trailer is going to begin with the Marvel characters leaving, Thor saying he has to go after Galactus. So, when all the Marvel characters leave, all the Fortnite characters are going to be happy. They're like, okay, everything's better again. We can go back to what we were doing before. However, all under from the Authority, where the Authority used to be in the island, the 0 point is going to be able to be seen under it. It's going to kind of like flash and glow a little bit, so we'll know that it's under there. So that's like the big thing of what's going to happen is next season is going to be based about the 0 point, like Season X. So right now I'm actually going to talk about the in-game event that's going to be mid-season throughout. It's not necessarily true, but it might be. So we've seen certain areas pop up recently, like Ant-Man's Manor, the Black Panther Monument, the Collector's Museum, upstate New York / Stark Industries, and some mutant cargo truck thing. So around all these places, there's this orange glowy mark, and there's a big theory going around that Doctor Strange actually cut those places out and put them on the Fortnite map. I believe this theory is 100% true, and I believe that Doctor Strange is actually now a part of the fight. So what I believe is that by the time maybe week 6 or week 7, God, I can't speak today. Around week 7, there's going to be the event, which is actually Doctor Strange popping up while Galactus is like super close now, and Doctor Strange is going to use the Time Stone. So he's actually going to make Galactus go really far back, like weeks and weeks back from before where he was. Oh, you're probably like, well, why doesn't Doctor Strange just make him go years and years and years back? But obviously, we need to have a live event. You know, it's just like one of those movies where the movie needs to happen. Anyway, so yeah, that is the, my prediction on if there is a mid-game event. So, I have a little bit of theory for certain map changes during the season. New POIs will probably appear every now and then, but each of these POIs will have different Marvel characters at them. So right now we have Doom's Domain that has Doctor Doom there, and we have Stark Industries with Tony Stark. I believe Retail Row might actually get some bigger things besides Jennifer Walters' office. I personally believe that you'll be able to actually eliminate that character, Jennifer Walters, and get the She-Hulk power in a real game. And also at the Sentinel Graveyard, or it would be Weeping Woods, you'll be able to actually get Wolverine's power. But one big thing that leads up to the live event is the Sentinels. Throughout the season, the Sentinels will actually start to get like repaired and fixed because Iron Man's working on them for the fight. So if you drop at the Authority later in the season, I believe you'll be able to hear actually like a noise like metal clanging or something like that, which is just Iron Man actually building the Mecha Team Leader suit. I'm not 100% sure about this, but this would kind of be a little bit cool, I guess, but this is just a little idea that I had. That there'll be a actual mech suit, like how there was in Season X. Everyone hated them. But it's going to be a scuffed version of it, not too OP. But it's just going to be like a Hulkbuster looking version, just to be Marvel themed. Later, we might actually be able to see a floating piece of island, like Kevin kind of floating island, but different, like how in Avengers Age of Ultron there was a floating island. Well, a floating piece of land. And I'm guessing that where the Authority is now, it'll actually be totally demolished and it'll be replaced by Stark Tower, or the Avengers Tower. So that is my prediction and theories for the season and part of next season. So if you guys liked it, if you want, you can like. But I am going to post another video shortly about like certain other people's theories and trying to like debunk them almost, but not necessarily. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. It really does help me, even though I'm not really getting money out of it, and I don't really care about that. It's not always about the money. It's just about, joy out of it, and obviously getting information, just seeing people's different perspective on things. So have a great day. I'll be seeing you soon.